Welcome back, everybody. Tommy Janis is joining me now, which means it is Tuesday with Tommy, and today we are talking about... There it is. Yes.
There we go.
We got it. Tommy's back, and so is the graphic. Not preparations.
Or expectations. Expectations of progress and change, and not just in the gym, like with nutrition and weight loss, weight gain, and.
Do a lot of people come in and they probably have a ton of expectations?
Oh yeah.
For what? Okay, I'm gonna work out in a month. I'm gonna lose 10 pounds.
Oh yeah. We have. People sometimes have unrealistic goals, and sometimes, like, I'll tell someone that, hey, this is a realistic long-term goal. It's not necessarily a realistic short-term goal. So if you want, you can make these short-term ones. And then sometimes I just say, hey, like, let's just do these things and let's just see what happens. And to me, that's always more fun because if there's no expectation and you're just doing something to see what happens, and then you test or measure or check your accountability results after a month or 6 weeks or even 3 or 4 months, and you're like, oh, wow. Because when you don't have expectations or a set goal or anything like you're trying to hit, but then you're like surprised with how much you've done.
Do you find people work out and stick to their plans almost better that way? Because they're not as stressed or worried about saying like they have to hit the certain points or milestones?
It depends on the person.
Okay.
I think people have more fun when they don't have these expectations or goals, which goals are great, but I think when people sometimes they have them too high, or their genetic limitations won't let them achieve something. Like right now we're doing a 3-rep maximum testing because we're preparing for a powerlifting meet at the gym. And some of our lifters have pretty fantastic genetics, some of them don't. And I have one that to me, I see he had awesome results. He improved his, in a 4 month, less than 4 months time, his squat and his bench, bless you, have improved by 10%. He increased his bench press and his squat 10%, and his deadlift went up 5.5%. So that's really good progress. And this person, he was not satisfied. He was expecting more. And I was like, man, that's actually really good improvement.
I thought you were doing great.
Yeah, in 4 months, I wish I could improve that much in 4 months. And
because it really is just in some people's genes. Like they're just fit people.
Yeah, most definitely. Like,
and it even varies from like sibling to sibling, don't you think?
It can. Oh yeah, most definitely. I think if you probably compared me to my sister or my brother to my sister, or me to my brother, I think my brother isn't as... I don't think I'm a genetic phenomenon, but I think I have better athletic genetics than my brother or my sister. But then on the other hand, we have a guy at the gym named Derek Acuna, and I mean, Derek played for the Cowboys.
Wow.
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys and the Falcons. He's got amazing genetics. And he's in town. He's going to PT school at ASU.
Oh, neat.
So he's just a genetic phenomenon, and he works hard though too. That's the thing.
Do you think a lot of people kind of get lost too when they're trying to track or expectations, especially if they're focusing on weight loss, that since muscle weighs more than fat, if their weight goes up, they're like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, most
definitely. But really, they could look better.
Yeah,
or
most
lose
definitely.
inches.
One of my clients, Maria, she's been doing some powerlifting, and then she decided she wanted to lose some weight, and so she's been trimming up, and a lot of what she has seen in her physique change hasn't been expressed on the scale.
Yes.
What is your deal? But so she's seeing physical changes in her appearance, but she hadn't been seeing it on the scale. Well, she wanted to drop into a lower weight class, so we decided to do that. And so she's lost now, in addition physical appearance. What is your deal? But she has lost over 15 pounds.
Wow.
So losing over 15 pounds and the impact on her appearance too and her confidence, and her 3-rep max testing, she put up a ton more as well. So she's she's looking at hitting a really good meet in here next
And it's
weekend.
different for everyone.
It's different for everyone.
If they want to find out more, they can show up at your gym or give you a call, right?
I'll be there.
The Bar Athletic Club, that is where you can find Tommy. Everyone, stay tuned. I'll be back.